Hello, my friends. Happy Friday. In today's Little Bites, we're going to be talking about um, OBs, out of body experiences. How exciting is that? Yeah. So, are you afraid to try to have an out of body experience? Have you heard it's dangerous? Let's have some myths debunked right now. Ready? Yari, what if you get stuck outside of your body forever? No need to worry. This actually is impossible. And this is because there's what we call a silver cord, right? That attaches your soul to your body. When this snaps, you die. So this happens only during the dying process, not when you're having an OBE. This will never snap. Boom. All right. OBEs can only happen to people when they're near to death. No, no, not at all. While near death experiences are OBEs, they also happen during sleep, meditation, or even spontaneously during normal everyday life. It can, yes. Yari, only spiritual masters or psychics like you can have OBEs. Please, girl, stop. OBEs are not limited to spiritual experts. Anyone can experience an OBE, even those with no prior spiritual practice or psychic ability. I started to have them at 7 years old. I had no idea that I was going to become a psychic medium, nor I had any kind of prior training. OBEs are just lucid dreams. Wrong. Although OBEs and lucid dreams share some similarities, they are distinct phenomena. During OBEs, your brain is awake, whereas lucid dreaming happens entirely during the dream state. You need special tools or drugs to have an OBE. Of course not. Many people have OBEs naturally or through simple relaxation and meditation techniques. No need for external substances or elaborate rituals. OBEs are dangerous, not even close. Most people report OBEs as a positive, neutral experiences. There's no scientific proof that OBEs cause any harm or danger to your physical or mental well being. Not at all. OBEs are just supernatural. What? OBEs happen during brain activity or altered state of consciousness. Period. OBs only happen during sleep. Nope, 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 nope. While OBs often occur during sleep or in sleep related states like sleep paralysis, people can also experience them while meditating or even fully awake. If you have an OBE, you're dying. That's so ridiculous. So much so that we're not even going to entertain it. Next one. OBEs are just your mind playing tricks on you. Are you serious right now? OBEs are very real experiences. Whether spiritual or psychological, the phenomenon is deeply impactful to the person having them. Mic drop. So, Yari, how can we make this happen? Okay, so here's a step by step direction on how to have an out of body experience. Disclaimer: having an OBE can happen spontaneously, but for most of us, this is not the case. This is a skill, just like many others, that needs patience and practice. The harder you are on yourself, the harder it's going to be to achieve the desired outcome. So please be patient. Side note number 2, be mindful of free will. Can you imagine waking up in the middle of the night and finding who you think is that weird guy from the supermarket in the bed next to you? Oh my God. So don't even try. I know it will be very tempting to go astral traveling and pay a visit to your favorite celebrity. But first, the universe is not going to allow it. And second, you freak them out so much that you would ruin any chances if you ever had any to begin with. So don't. Side note number 3, snooping on people is not allowed. Okay. So step number 1, preparation. You need to prepare yourself and your environment for success. All right. So let's start by preparing yourself. And that includes your mindset and intention. You know, everything, intention is everything. All right. So your mindset is absolutely key. The best is to open to the possibility that anything can happen, and at the same time to have no expectation and also be relaxed about it. Okay, be very relaxed about it. So if you get too fixated in trying to force something to happen, you're creating tension within yourself, which is going to prevent you from going outside of your body. The more relaxed you are, the easier it's going to be for it to happen. Okay. Having said that, it helps to have an intention. So don't be married to the outcome, but have an intention, especially at the beginning when you're learning how to do this. Don't be married to the outcome, but have a clear intention. Okay. So, what do you want when you're out of your body? Where do you want to go? Who do you want to see without them seeing you? Unless the two of you have agreed to that, which some people do that, okay? But not your favorite celebrity. I mean, you can see them, but they're not going to be able to see you, all right? So it's really important to have something in mind, a goal, and write it down. I really encourage you to have a specific journal for your out of body experiences. So it's going to be your out of body journal. All right. All your dreams and all your astral travel is going to be in this journal. All right. To have a dedicated journal, it's going to be important because there you're going to write a list of the goals that you want when you're doing this. It can be somebody specific that you want to meet, or meeting your higher self, or anything like that, one of your guides, going and having a talk with Jesus. I mean, so many things. You could have a goal to experience flying or swimming with dolphins. I've done both, doing out of body experience, and I highly recommend both. They were fantastic experiences. All right. So write down everything in your journal. So that's a way also to prepare yourself. You know how when we start a ritual, candle magic, we, meditate and have our clear intention, and then we clean our space. It's the same kind of thing that you want to prepare yourself. It's also a signal to the universe that you are ready to start something going, okay? And get your mindset in your intention. So now you need to prepare your environment. It makes a big difference if you can have a separate space just for your out of body exploration. And I know not everybody's going to have this, but there's a reason for this. Just like you don't want to have your office in your bedroom because there's a place to or you don't want to eat in your bedroom because there's a place to eat, there's a place to work, there's a place to relax, and our minds get a little mixed up. And let me tell you, when my mother-in-law was here and I let her have this office for her bedroom, and I had for 5 months my office in my bedroom, I could sleep, but I had a really hard time relaxing because that was my space to work. Okay. So having a space to sleep and having a space to have your out of body experiences, it will be ideal. Now, so if you have a spare bedroom or you can do it in the couch or what have you, that will be better. Now, if the only option you have is your bedroom and your bed, you don't have an extra comfy chair in your bedroom that you can kind of lie down, put your head where you usually put your feet to switch something, okay? Um, and I have successfully done out of body experiences in my bed with my head in my pillow, like I normally do. So it's not impossible, but at least when you're starting, try to switch something up will be fine. Just as having your partner in your bed with you. So if you when you're starting, you want to have a separate space if possible and not with your partner in there. Okay. Now, after your experience, like me, I can have out of body experiences in my bed with my head in my pillow with my husband sleeping in the bed beside me. No problem. So it's not that it's impossible, but while you're learning, it's easier to be successful if you have a different space and you don't have anybody around you. It's also because they can, break your concentration. Okay. Um, Now have practiced this in my bed normally, or I also practice in the sofa after having 4 to 6 hours of sleep. And that is a technique called wake back to sleep method. Okay. Or if I'm having a nap, which I rarely do, but when I do sometimes, I want to have an out of body experience, I do it while I'm gonna take a nap. Okay. So the idea is to be very comfortable in a quiet room, no distractions. I like to have an eye mask to kind of block out any light. Especially now we have cell phone and we have all kinds of electronics in our bedroom that have little lights. So using a mask might be helpful. And if you don't have a mask, you can put a light towel or something on your eyes, and that will work too. Okay. Also, make sure that you have your journal right beside you because when you want to write the stuff down when you come back. Okay. Also, make sure you go use the bathroom because the worst thing is that you're almost out of your body and then you gotta pee. It has happened. So pee before. All right. So that's step number one, preparing yourself and preparing your environment. Now, step number two is mind awake, body asleep. Yes. Essentially, you want your body to be super relaxed. At the same time, your mind is wide awake and alert. Okay. And this is hard to do, is something that you have to practice. Okay. Now, there's different methods to achieve this, but I like to use Yoga Nidra for that, okay? So if you just lay down, preferably on your back, close your eyes, and you have to remain completely still, okay? Yoga Nidra is a systematic practice that helps you kind of drop down into deeper and deeper layers of yourself. Okay. For me, it's one of the most powerful practices. Uh, just not for OBEs, but it regulates your nervous system and helps you with stress, sleep better, and so much more. So even if you don't do astral travel, or OBEs, any kind of OBE, Yoga Nidra is going to help you just in your general well-being. Okay. All right. So Yoga Nidra will bring this sort of magical in-between state. It's like a twilight state. Okay. It's where your brain waves have slowed down, your breathing has slowed down. And that's the hardest part, that you're to keep your mind awake and your body asleep. Now, sometimes you're going to find yourself dipping in and out of sleep, and that's fine. And if you fall asleep, you fall asleep. You try the next day again, or in a few hours, you can try again. Okay. Practice, 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 and be patient with yourself. Okay. Now, step number 3, and that's the vibrational state. Okay. Once you're in this beautiful in between kind of dreamy state, you want to maintain that. And you may start feeling energy moving, like a tingling or pulses of energy, or sometimes loud sounds or roars or differences. People are gonna feel the vibration in different ways. Okay, and it is important. um, Not everybody has to stay, but a lot of people do. Okay, just a little bit of a warning, because this can be intense and it can also be frightening. Okay, so I started to astral project when I was 7 years old, and I think I was 7 years old. I don't know, I just knew how to do this. But I felt that I was like falling into my bed, and like making myself little and kind of disappearing deep into my bed, into my own body. Um but I had the experience of the vibration for the first time, like at around 13 years old, and it really frightened me, it really scared me. So you may feel your entire body vibrating, or you may hear popping sounds when your soul is separating from your physical body. So that may be a little frightening. So now you're aware that you can hear things, nothing is happening, you're not being possessed, everything is okay. Is the vibration. Okay, you're hearing the vibration in your body, that's what's happening. Okay, so you can expect that. Now, welcome these sensations, relax into them, and when you start feeling the tingling or whatever is what you are feeling, try and make it go up and down from the sole of your feet to the crown of your head. Make them go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And once you feel like they're in their peak, and you're gonna feel, it's gonna be hard for me to explain because it's gonna be different for everybody. But when you feel like they're at their peak, that's your window of opportunity to exit your body. Okay. So don't stay there. You're gonna feel it when it's in its peak. And if you close that window of opportunity, next time you're gonna know better. Okay. Only you can know the feeling when it's at their peak of the energy, and then you go out of your body. Okay. Um, so if it gets too intense and you're uncomfortable and you want to snap out of it, uh, just feeling, just thinking about your physical body is gonna take you back into your body, okay? The other thing that never fails is change your breathing. So if your breathing is really slow, make it go faster. If your breathing is going faster, slow it down, okay? And it's gonna bring you right back, all right? So the mind awake, body asleep state, you're speeding this vibration up and down, and when you reach the peak, you're gonna exit. Now there's different techniques to detach the body, your physical body from your astral body. And it's gonna be different for everybody. But some people are going to feel very heavy. And this is what I used to experience when I was little, very heavy. And like you can sink into your body. Okay. Sometimes you're going to feel very light and you can float up, or sometimes you just kind of sit up and then stand up. Okay. So, or the other thing that happens sometimes is that you're thinking about a place, boom, and instantaneously you're there. You don't feel that separation. You just, boom, you're there. Okay. Now, it's super important to remember that it's your energy, your astral body that is moving. Your physical body should be completely still. The physical body doesn't move, okay? Because sometimes we're trying to move, especially if we get a little scared, and the body's going to be kind of paralyzed, and that can be very scary. Don't be scared. Think about your physical body, think about your breathing if you need to come back. All right. So another thing that helped me tremendously is to command what you want. So if you exit, for example, and you can't see clearly, which happens a lot when you're beginning, you command clarity now, and you will see clearly. So whatever is what you need or what you want, just command it, okay? With a very strong intent behind it. Also, try not to have very strong emotions, because that will bring you back into your body. So if you're scared or you're so excited that you're doing it, that's going to bring you back in. And I know it's hard. And it's going to bring you back at the beginning, that you're feeling that you're separate and you're like, yes, I did it. And boom, you're going to get right back. And you're like, oh. It happens. Just keep trying. And you're gonna be able to do it. I know it's hard to keep your emotions in check, but just keep at it. You can do it. And then finally, step number 3 is the return. And like I said, just thinking about your physical body or changing your breathing is gonna bring you right back. Okay. So what I like to do when I return from a trip is keep my eyes closed for a little bit to kind of integrate the experience. You need to allow also your body kind of to integrate. If you open your eyes and stand up, it's going to be a little disorienting, to say the least. Okay. So give yourself some time and think about what you did. And do kind of like a mental review, okay? What you see, who you saw, what you heard, and if there's anything that you would like to do differently the next time, okay? Just a mental review first with your eyes closed, still in your bed or on the couch or whatever you're at. Then slowly you're gonna sit up, have a drink of water, have a glass of water right beside you, and grab your journal and write all those things. Do the same mental review. You do it, you write it down, okay? Not only to recall your experience, but that sends a really strong signal to the universe and to your subconscious mind that this is important to you and that you want more of it. All right. So I hope this was helpful, and let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. Um, if not, I hope you have a great rest of your Friday and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Bye.